Awesome. I am live and I still haven't really figured out how to use the software that I have. I used Google Hangouts before, but it wasn't as good as I'd like. So I'm using my phone again, you guys. It's just easier, but I will figure something out. I have a stand, but I lost a stand for my phone to do live videos, so I'm holding this. Oh, hey! Hey, C. Cordius Technology. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to the other 3 people on. And another person, hey, person number 5, thanks for joining me. I am just here to talk about how my internship has been going. It's been my first job since Coding Bootcamp, besides my freelancing that I've done. Hey, girl. Hey. Good seeing you. So, it has been, it's approaching 5 months. So, as many of you know, I got my internship extended for reasons, really understandable reasons, because of the situation my company is in. We were purchased by Aflac, and we're going through some changes right now. So, hiring for my team, some stuff is up in the air right now. So, they extended my internship. And so technically my internship will be 6 months, and I'm approaching 6 months. That'll be next month. And I just want to share how working full time has been since Coding Bootcamp. And for those who are in here right now, let me know if you are in Coding Bootcamp. Are you considering Coding Bootcamp, or are you just self-taught? I went to Tech Talent South for Coding Bootcamp, and they are amazing and helped me land this job. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about how it's been so far these 5 months. Oh, cool, Dwayne. Congrats. Congrats on finishing that. That's awesome. So I have some questions here in case no one asks me a question. So please ask me questions, but I got these just in case. Oh, Anthony says he's self-taught. That's awesome. That's really admirable. I wish I had the discipline to do that. So just to give some of you guys a heads up, since I did freelance immediately after Coding Bootcamp, I learned that I like design a bit more. So I am now doing mostly UX design. I'm not coding on a regular. I do a little bit of coding for some clients on the back end for their WordPress websites, but not as a job. Oh wait, I have another comment. Let's see. She says, we're finalizing my payout from Bottega. Oh, I'm sorry Bottega didn't work out. I know the owner of it, and he's an awesome person, so I'm really sorry it didn't work out. Oh, there's no boot camps in Nigeria? I guess you need to start one, Anthony. Huh. I'm actually talking to someone else in Africa about coding boot camps. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm still getting used to going live. Okay, so I wrote down some questions, like I said, and obviously jump in if you have any additional questions about my work experience so far as a newbie. So, what was the interview like? Okay, so the interview process was cool. Let me mute my phone so my texts don't go off. Sorry, guys. So, interviews, I had 2 interviews. The way I got the first interview was the head person at Tech Talent South found out that I was looking for UX design positions, and she connected me to the recruiter, like the direct recruiter of the company Empowered Benefits, not the recruiter within what do you call it? One of those recruiting firms where there's many of them and they have clients who need job placements. No, I got connected directly into the actual company. And so I had an interview with the recruiter. It was super casual. I mean, obviously I dressed up business casual. She was super casual. We're like Converse and comfy clothes. And I met at a coffee shop and we just talked. And it was super casual. And I think what she was focusing on is cultural fit. So she just got us into my personality. We talked a little bit about the internship. She was like, yes, it's our first time doing it. We would ideally like to hire, but I can't promise anything. This is how much it pays. Like, it was super casual. She didn't ask for my portfolio or anything because she's a recruiter. She doesn't have much, experience in design and coding and what have you. So that was my first interview. Let me catch up on these comments. Doug Kim says, they were nice, no doubt, but it wasn't right for me. I should have done Udacity. Well, you can still do Udacity. Definitely. Joanne says, yes, agree. Bootcamp's not necessary anymore because on online courses, but yes, you need the discipline. And Anthony says, please talk about maybe later on how, it disappeared, about how we non-Americans can get coding jobs while we leave outside the USA. That's a really good question, Anthony. That would actually be perfect for me to interview someone and ask, because I unfortunately cannot really relate, and I don't really know what all that would entail, but I'm sure there's someone I can speak to and bring on the channel to ask those questions. So going back to interviews, my second interview was with the actual team. I was supposed to meet with 4 people, but only 2 of them could make it, and it was the creative director and the team lead of the creative team. He was the lead UX designer. That's his title. And that's actually who looks over me, my supervisor. So I interviewed with them. It was, maybe about 30 minutes. And I showed them my portfolio. They didn't ask for it. I just went ahead and showed them. And they asked me some questions. I think, one question kind of tripped me up because I was so nervous. But he asked how I implemented UX into my design. And I mentioned one thing, and I wish I had mentioned a few other things. So when I sent a follow-up email thanking them for their time, I just included, and by the way, I thought about that question you asked me, and I wish I had included this and this and this. And so the second interview was super easy. It was their first time doing an internship, so they were just kind of winging it, to be honest, and they still are, which is fine because it's new and I'm learning a lot and I really appreciate being there. So after that, I waited 2 months and it finally started. And I guess that's it. Let me look at my other questions. Okay, so what was my first week like? So I had orientation. There were, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Dwayne, they paid us pretty well. They paid us pretty well for interns, I'd say. So it was not it was not free. They paid, it's pretty awesome. They're fantastic. I agree. Some companies just want free work. But my first week, we had orientation, and that was just super easy. I met the other 5 interns. Some were not in the creative team. One person was a UX developer, which is similar to what I do with design. They are like the JavaScript, or they focus more on HTML, CSS, Angular. So whenever my team does mock-ups, UX mock-ups, we hand it off to them. And then they just code it up. So some of you might be interested in that. If you like more front-end development, you should also look for UX developer positions. And let's see. My first week, it was super chill. So, funny story. My first week at my job was what we call EAW, which is Employee Appreciation Week. And they had a bunch of games the entire week. It was a lot of fun. It really helped meeting everyone in the company, made it really easy, made it really less intimidating to join an awesome company because we were playing games. There was a Hunger Games themed game the first week I was there, and it had free food, and we did a relay race sort of thing. So it was super chill. Not much work was done my first week, which I'm not complaining. It helped ease me in. Okay, my next question. What was my first month like? So by a month, I got really adjusted. I will say I was a little bit disappointed in the beginning. I felt like I wasn't given much to do, and I saw the other interns getting a lot of assignments, and so I told the person who was in charge of the internship how I felt, and so ever since then, I've been getting a ton of work. Let me answer some of these questions real quick. Let's see. What made you want to do UX instead of coding? I just, I'm trying to see. I just found it, it's hard because I still like coding. I like front end stuff, but the thought process and it just, UX design comes easier to me than actual coding. Even though I could still do it, but it was less frustrating and more enjoyable when things didn't work. I don't know, it's more relaxing to me when something breaks or if I can't get something looking right. It's more like, I don't know, it really stresses me out and I don't really enjoy it as much. And I just really think it was more about the way my thought process is. It's still really similar because they're both problem solving. Like what I'll get into further is a lot of things I work on at my job. I'm not just designing the interface, it's solving a problem that's in the interface. So it's similar, they're both problem solving, just different types of problem solving. And also, UX design involves a lot more collaborating and talking to people. And I'm a people person. I used to think I was an introvert, but I am not an introvert. Okay. I'll take one more question while Anthony says, you advise us to code in good health. I don't think you have been sleeping well. The eyes never lie. Oh gosh. I haven't been sleeping much. And life's just really exciting right now. Do you ever get to where you love your life so much it's hard to sleep and you just want to get so much done? I mean, I'm going to have other videos. A lot's going on. I'm in the process of moving and everything. Thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, Carlos. Hey. Carlos says, didn't I say you weren't an introvert? Ay caramba. Guys, stop making fun of my eyes. I'm going to have to get those deep puffing things. Anyways, was I talking about my first month? So yeah, it wasn't until about a month when I was getting actual work and I felt like I was actually contributing to the team, going to lots of meetings, working on redesigning software for Aflac, and doing lots of user research. I participated in user testing, not myself, but my teammate Evan organized user testing. Usertesting.com, our company is what our company uses, which pays people to use our software. And so we just brainstormed the questions we want to ask. We made what do you call it? We made prototypes. We made prototypes for them to use for the process. And then, yeah, what it was is usertesting.com would just record them going through it, and the user has to verbally talk about what they're clicking on and so forth, all to complete the task that we asked them to complete. And then at the end, they answer questions that we asked them about their experience. And that's what helps give us a better idea of how to design something or redesign something, or if our idea just doesn't work the way we hoped it would. So that was about my first month. I have a bunch of questions. Oh, now my eyes look fine. Okay, cool. What technologies? Technology. So I'm assuming you mean software. So me and my team use Sketch and Illustrator. We especially like Sketch because we're able to hand things off to the developers way easy. Sketch has a lot of amazing plugins. We use Envision for prototypes. And one of my teammates has been using, what's it called? It's not Fireworks. It's one of the Adobe softwares. I can't think of it right now, but she uses it for prototyping. Okay, Carlos asked, so did you get the job from the internship? No, I didn't. So my internship got extended. So I am now doing a 6-month internship. They're still paying me. There's some question about some things. I don't want to say too much, but there's some projects that we're doing for AFLAC, and there's just some questions about having enough work for the creative team. So it seems like they're holding off. I mean, hopefully, but we'll see. So my internship ends in October. That'll be 6 months. Okay. Oh, look, Anthony. Happiness MBA says that his company is starting boot camps in Nigeria. That's awesome. That's killer. I love hearing more about these coming about and helping people. Doug Hamsta says, too happy with life to sleep. That's goals. All 2017-18. Oh no, you disappeared. Oh, there it is. Because I'm at the point where I sleep life away. Aw. I need to sleep more. I've never really liked napping. I always felt like there's so much to do. I just want to stay awake. Drink some caffeine. Yeah, I've just been really happy about life, and there's so much I want to do right now, so. But now, gosh, now I'm noticing what Anthony or Dwayne was talking about. Come on, guys. Don't do that to me. Anyways, Carlos says, I bought Sketch and then went to Figma. I've heard of Figma. I haven't used it. I think a lot of companies prefer Sketch. I know some do like... what's it called? It's the one with the bird icon. Origami. The bird icon. It's like an origami bird, not an actual bird. Yeah, they like that for animations and prototypes and stuff. I haven't heard much good feedback about Adobe XD, Carlos. I've talked to Berman Painter, and then the creative director at my company and the team lead are... they're not a fan of Adobe XD. My teammates aren't a fan. There's just so much Sketch provides. It's just light years ahead. Yeah, I used to mess around with Adobe XD, and it's kind of similar to Sketch. So, I mean, if you want to ease your way into it, Adobe XD is super easy to get started with. But I learned the past few months that not many people are interested in that. Anthony says, look forward to it, happiness. Don't forget job placements. Okay, cool. All right, so thanks for the questions, everyone. I'm going to keep going from my list, but again, feel free to hop in. So, let's see. What is it like 5 months in? Okay, so this is something... Hey, thanks for joining. So this is something I've been debating telling you guys. I guess I'll still tell you. So yeah, I am like a week or two short from 5 months in to working full-time as a UX designer at a software company. Super cool software company. I love the people. It's an awesome place to work. But 5 months in, it's been kind of frustrating, and I should have known, because people from my boot camp have told me the same thing, that it's hard. It's a difficult adjustment from coding boot camp. It's not what you think. It's not what you think it is. I think I had I had Andrew on my podcast who talked about how he did a lot of debugging as a Ruby engineer. And well, I am doing a lot of like, not just problem solving, but like trying to find new solutions. It's not like I'm just designing interfaces all the time, which is what I thought I would be doing. That's too easy. It's more like having users, and then the users are having issues or there's complications, or we need to figure out a way to make this better because the Java developers are frustrated with this part of the code and da da da. So it's more like finding new solutions to things. So I unexpectedly have been doing a lot of research, like way more research than I thought, which is completely fine because I enjoy it and I think I'm pretty good at it, you know. And also I've been in a lot of meetings with business analysts, project managers. I didn't realize so many meetings were involved. And it might depend on your company because I know our UX development team don't go in many meetings because their team lead requests like to have hardly any meetings for them. So that was kind of surprising. And like I said, going back, like my friends from Coding Bootcamp have talked about how it's difficult adjusting and how you feel like you suck all the time. So that's what I'm experiencing right now. At 5 months, I feel like I suck. My team is awesome. They're amazing. They're so smart and they're so helpful. They're great mentors. And lately I've been feeling like I suck. And I'm glad I have my friends from Coding Bootcamp to tell me that they feel the same way, that they feel like they're doing a horrible job. And that it's just, what's that phrase? Sorry, guys. Man, I feel like, what's that phrase? What's that phrase? I have a video about it where you think you're worse than you really are, like when you're really hard on yourself. Whatever. Yes, Imposter Syndrome. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Oh, World Flow Productions. Thanks, you're so sweet. Carlos, I'll get back to what you're saying in a minute. That was just a lot for me to read while I was talking. Yeah, Imposter Syndrome. I am experiencing Imposter Syndrome. I never thought I would. I mean, I figured it would be super mild, but no, it's not. It's not that mild. It hurts. It sucks. It like makes you question everything that you're doing. Like there have been times when I've been like, why am I doing this? Should I even be a UX designer? Maybe I just picked the wrong career again for the third time. Imposter syndrome sucks. And it doesn't even seem like it's imposter syndrome. I think that's what gets me. I think that's what gets a lot of people. It seems like a real thing. It seems like the truth. And okay, I'm going to catch up on these questions, you guys. Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. If you're enjoying what we're talking about, please give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. So, Carlos says, yeah, Sketch is awesome. I built a full-blown website design on it. For my clients, downloaded a few plugins like Craft. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about for using InVision for your developers. Craft is super helpful. My team loves using that. Let's see. Carlos says also a hobby stops being a hobby once it becomes a job. I don't know though. Does it though? Does it? I mean, I feel like if I could do YouTube full time as a job, I would still be super happy. I don't know though. I won't know until it happens, right? Let's see. Scrolling down, Imposter Syndrome. The Campsta says, how do you learn UX? Well, I took a course through Tech Talent South. It was like a UX for beginners. I think it was 6 weeks. But honestly, I feel like UX is kind of intuitive as long as you prioritize your users' needs and best interests and how they want to use the software, not how you think the software should be, you know? You prioritize your users' needs. And there's a lot of cool books. Jarrett Spool has a lot of fantastic information. I think he's the author of Don't Make Me Think. Fantastic book. You should check it out. But yeah, there's lots of sources. I really don't think you need to go to a boot camp. You do not need to go to a boot camp to learn UX. I know what's it called? General Academy, I'm having like horrible memories right now, guys. Apologize. But a lot of big schools are having these online camps, like DevOps stuff, like learn DevOps in 8 weeks, learn UX in 8 weeks. No, learn the software, learn the foundation, and then apply for jobs, apply for internships, read, especially for UX, research, super helpful. Yeah, I think coding makes more sense to me for boot camp, but other things, that's more of a specialization. You must really, I would say you should already have a background and you just want to really get intermediate to more advanced stuff and go to a course like that so you can really sharpen your tools. But there's so much beginner stuff for things like UX and DevOps and everything else besides coding. Let's see. Aw, Carlos is suffering from interview fatigue. I am sure you are not the only one. I know my friend Dylan, he is a YouTuber. I did a video with him about Free Code Camp. He has applied to so many places. He's sent out 200 applications. I can't imagine. He's been to multiple interviews. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, take a break. Although I would say, Carlos, when I say take a break, I take that back because I remember when I first was curious about working full time, I started around October, and November is the worst time to job hunt. It's very hard to land a job right before the holidays because people, companies have their budgets. And if they meet everything by October, they're not going to have anything in their budget to pay additional salary for a new person. So I would try to keep pushing until November and then just take a break for the holidays. General Assembly, Catherine says, you're in my brain tonight, Catherine. What would I do without you tonight? Yeah, so General Assembly will be sending you all these emails. I mean, not to knock on General Assembly, but I just feel like it's not really necessary, personally, to go that specialized as a beginner. I say if you're already in the industry, that's good to sharpen your tools, but yeah. Okay. Catherine says, are you looking to interview at other jobs since you're unsure of the result of your internship? Yes, I am. Honestly, right now, I've actually been applying for backup stuff. I am training to be a barista for just in case. 'Cause application process, interview process takes so long. And I have talked to recruiters and stuff. But, yeah, I have a backup plan, studying for my personal training certification, which I will take super soon because I already have a background in exercise science. So I'm just going to fly through that, take the test. I have a friend who has a training studio, so he's been super helpful about getting advice and work. And like I said, I'm training to work at an espresso/wine bar. So that's my backup plan in case the internship does not turn into a full-time job and just to help me while I transition into my next role. So Anthony says, that was my thumb. I think I totally missed what the conversation was. Sorry, Anthony. Okay. Carlos says, you have to love your craft for you to keep going. Then again, you don't get gray hairs with living life easy. I just don't get gray hairs that easily. I still look like I'm barely 21. I can work hard and still look like I'm barely 21. Although people were talking about the bags underneath my eyes. You know what? I should just raise this higher. See, now you can't see it as much. I'm kidding, you guys. I'm not that vain. I'm not that vain. I got lost again. My apologies. General Assembly, everyone's correcting me. General Assembly. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate that. Doug Hamstad, you're over boot camps. Girl, let me tell you, I am over classes. I've taken my fair share of classes. I went to grad school when I wasn't planning on going. Oof. And then I went to boot camp afterwards. Oh, yeah, I hear ya. A lot of people are finding work just, being self-taught. If you have the discipline, I recommend it. If not, nothing's wrong with that. I have trouble with that, so yeah. Carla says, I learned everything by researching, LOL. Everything is there. You just have to put in the time for sure. I completely agree. Carlos also says, I've done a little too many code tests and I've made it to the last interview just to not get the job due to them thinking I'll get bored of it. Shaking my head. Sometimes I bite my tongue, I tell you. Yeah, I wonder if they just thought you were overqualified or something and they just didn't want to pay you what you deserved or what you're asking for. I don't know. That's really unusual. So, does that mean you're going to teach me or as how to make drinks and design for your next YouTube videos? Wine and design. I could talk about some special wine bottles we have. I don't know. Just kidding. Because some of you guys are not of age to drink. I don't care what country you're in. Let's see. Catherine says, lots of job opportunities, guys. Don't give up. Yeah, Catherine, yeah. Do not give up, guys. And you learn so much more from working than extra school. Oh, cool, Catherine. I didn't know you're a UXer. That's awesome. How long have you been doing it? And she also says, maybe, I lost it. Maybe that's because I have the luxury of living in San Francisco area. Seriously? So I used to live in San Jose, Catherine. I went to San Jose State and I studied mass communication, which was actually really cool because even though it was like a journalism-based program, I did videography. I did some coding. We built a iPad app. We did some WordPress stuff. We did like social media marketing. We did all sorts of stuff. It was a really cool program. That's so cool. You're doing to SJSU too? That's so cool. What a small world. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, UXer. Carlos, stop making fun. That's the thing. Oh, Catherine, that's so cool. We should connect. Just send me an email or like maybe I can send you a YouTube message, but typically people don't get those. And I say that because I did a giveaway a few months ago and I emailed the winners on YouTube and people don't really check their YouTube messages. I don't know if that's a UX thing on YouTube for people not getting the alerts. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to connect with you, Catherine. Okay, Carlos. Stop. So, okay, I'm hitting 35 minutes, so I'm going to finish up shortly. So my last few questions. So my likes and dislikes so far, my first job. Um, Likes and dislikes. And I did not think any of these questions through before. I just wrote down the questions and just want to give candid answers, off the cuff answers for you. So I like, I love my team. My team is awesome. It's everything you'd imagine for a startup creative team. We have Nerf gun fights on a regular, like clockwork, every 3 o'clock, every day at 3 p.m. Sometimes it's a little bit later, 4 p.m. There's a Nerf gun war, and it's hilarious and it's awesome. And what's cool is even the creative director will get involved too, and it's one of those things. It's like, okay, obviously people are losing focus around 3. There's a Nerf gun war. It lasts maybe 3 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, but that's very rare for it to be that long. And then it's over, everyone's back to work and focused again. And then maybe it'll start up again an hour later. So it's kind of cool. Like, I know, it's nice. The people are fantastic. They're super helpful. Always wanting to collaborate. I love it. Even the developers are super helpful. Everyone does their best to communicate. I love that about my team. Even the entire company. Like, I had some questions with the business analyst about writing tickets, and they went out of their way to sit down with me and show me stuff and explain things and just give me a better idea of what the UX developers can't do that the Java developers do, and how, yeah, that sort of thing. I like the research aspect. I think it's cool to be able to find out through things like usertesting.com about like what's working, what's not working, so we can create the best software for our clients like Aflac. I will say it is cool to work for Aflac. I know it's saying like I design health insurance software. Doesn't sound that fun or glamorous, but Aflac's doing really big things, and I actually got to meet some of the higher level people at Aflac, and they're all really cool, down to earth. That was my first impression. And let's see, any more likes? I mean, there are perks. Like I said, I like the Nerf guns, the free snacks, which HR does not want us to talk about, but we get free snacks. Don't tell them. Shh. Abby, Kathy, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, I like a lot of that, and I enjoy doing design. I haven't gotten to do actual mock-ups yet. I guess it's just because I'm super junior, so I do a lot of research at the moment, finding other solutions. I've been doing a lot of sketches, so forth. So yeah, I love my team. I love collaborating. I love the environment. Yeah, it's been great. So things I dislike so far. Things I dislike. And remember, this is off the cuff, so let's see the first things I think about. I will say it was hard adjusting going back to 9 to 5 after doing freelance, working for myself for an entire year. It was difficult going back to a desk job where I had to be in the office at a certain time. Fortunately, my job's pretty flexible. People come in at different times whenever it's, best for their schedule, as long as they get their work done, and it's like, around 8-9 hours, whatever your agreement is. So that's been kind of cool. Let's see, dislikes. I wouldn't say I dislike this, but I am in more meetings, and fortunately the meetings are shorter than most, but I was just surprised being more meetings, and there are times when I just wanted to sit at my computer and design stuff. But you have to communicate with everyone. So I understand why we have them. Things I don't like. My commute right now sucks. My commute sucks, you guys. So I work uptown, and initially it took me like 40 to 45 minutes, but now school has started back. How lovely. And now it takes me an hour to get to work. But I am moving, so I'm going to be much closer really soon. And yeah, I mean, just normal things. Like sometimes, some days you just kind of check out. Like on Fridays, everyone checks out on Friday afternoons. Like just things like that. I think it's just like a normal job. I've been pretty happy with it. A lot happier than my last job. So as many of you know, I used to work at a nonprofit, and I was miserable. I liked it the first three months, maybe 2 months, and it kind of went downhill. So yeah, I'm way, way, way happier. Just right now, I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go next. Like, should I stay with this company? Should I see what my other options are? Should I do YouTube full time? Like, there's so many options, so many things I can do right now. So I'd say, yeah, that's about it for dislikes. I don't have any strong dislikes to share with you guys. That's about it. Let's go to the questions. Okay. Catherine says, I've been working in UX for about 2 years, but I'm actually back to job searching. I quit my last two jobs while looking for my next opportunity. But I mean, gosh, in Silicon Valley, you have so many options. Let's see. Catherine says, my commute used to be 1.5 hours each way from San Jose to San Francisco. Yeah, did you take the Caltrain for that? I think I would take Caltrain for sure. I couldn't be driving like that. Carlos says, because Cali traffic is terrible from what I hear, you have to leave like 2 hours early. I feel like, Carlos, it's mostly for LA. For LA, no matter what time, like it sucks. It sucks. But Bay Area, I feel like only like when going to work and leaving work is the worst. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Catherine. That's just my opinion. And I probably shouldn't talk because I didn't have a car. I used Zipcar, and I just rode my bike and took the Caltrain all the time. So I guess I can't really say anything about that. But I do know in LA, it doesn't matter what time. PG Phrasing, Phrasing, says, what language do you know? I know HTML, CSS, and some frameworks, like Bootstrap. I know a little bit of Swift. I taught myself Swift earlier this year. But that's basically it. I did study jQuery and JS, but I'm sure I haven't retained any of it. Oh, I do know Ruby on Rails. I do still know Ruby. Because I was actually studying to be a teacher. I was going to be a Bootcamp teacher. And didn't really pan out. Had some other opportunities come my way. Let's see. Other questions. Catherine says, yeah, commute hours are pretty bad. Definitely better than LA. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, LA is the worst. Okay, let me check my battery. Okay, I'm going to have to go, you guys. My battery's getting low. I only had 2 questions, which is what do I do and what a normal day is like. So I'll just do another video for that. Maybe this week I can do it again, make it a sequel. Trying to crank out more videos for you guys. So this has been fun. Thank you everyone for coming on, saying hey. Thanks for the thumbs up. Again, if you liked anything we talked about, please like this video. That would be awesome. And everyone have a fantastic, what day is it, Tuesday? Tuesday here in Charlotte, North Carolina in the United States. Whatever day it is for you, have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.